Yeah, I mean, it's all about that starting five for me. And plus a 6-man off the bench, which it's probably going to be Langston Galloway. Yeah, I mean, if anything. Again, if this team fails to make the playoffs, because I mean, you don't make these moves without wanting to get to a goal. Your goal is to make the playoffs. You missed the playoffs the last 3 years.
Yeah,
you don't make these moves without trying to reach a goal here. And let's face it, I don't think they're anywhere close to contending for a conference final berth. But
hell no. But
give me the 5 seed, give me the 6 seed, the 7 seed. If you give me that, I'm good, man.
I'm saying,
I'm good if you give me a 5 or 6 seed.
Cleveland, I'm just going rattling on top of my head. Cleveland, obviously number 1.
Toronto, who by the way, read up with DeRozan.
DeRozan, 5 years, $139 million.
You like that move for them?
It's a wise move for them. I just thought DeRozan was set on what he wanted to do
go to LA,
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you should keep
that. Might have been a surprise of the whole free agency thing, next to the Durant stuff.
I think that was a good move for Toronto. So there's that.
It keeps them intact.
Right.
What do you see about Boston and getting Al Horford?
I'm not sure that he was the guy I had in mind. I wanted somebody that was going to bang. I don't want Horford can stretch the floor.
He can stretch the
floor.
I
didn't really want that for Boston.
He could play a little bit inside.
Yeah, I wanted somebody that's in the post.
Can he play pick and roll with Isaiah Thomas? Is he that type?
I
don't
think he's that type of player.
I don't think so either. I see Isaiah Thomas as a guy that can thrive off the pick and roll.
Right. So I didn't. Yeah. So I mean, it's not like. I don't think that makes them. I don't think that takes them a significant step higher. It don't put them in the top 3.
Yeah, I mean,
I got them at a 4. I don't see them getting better than 4.
They tried, Maestro. I mean, in the draft, they had all those draft picks, and they really couldn't find anybody that would trade up for them to get a superstar from somewhere else.
But I feel like they could have. I mean, I don't know what the what the ramifications were, but I feel like they could have got Dwight Howard, and Dwight Howard, for all intents and purposes, would have played defense, and that's the guy you can pick and roll with Dwight.
You can pick and roll with Dwight.
You can do that. So it's like
yep.
That was the ideal move for them.
We talked about that too yesterday. We talked about Dwight going back home to Atlanta. I made this point that if there's a team in the East that can go I don't want to say toe-to-toe with Cleveland, but if there's a guy that can match up with somebody like a Tristan Thompson and keep him off the glass offensively, Dwight, like you said, he got to turn up.
He got to turn up, and we don't know that that's what he's going to do. Dwight Howard, I tweeted this, is like, because I saw somebody talking about, pressure on Dwight Howard.
Right.
I said, ain't going to be no pressure on Dwight Howard. He's going to a mediocre team. He's a mediocre player.
I thought that in the beginning. I only thought that because it's his hometown. It's a hometown team. And once again, okay, Dwight, you kind of declining a bit here.
Ain't no kind of about it.
He can still get you. He can still average a double-double.
And in fact, I think he will.
Yeah,
average a double-double.
He can still get you a double-double, an average one.
Yeah.
So what's their roster look like? They got
because Teague is gone. I thought.
Yeah, Teague is gone. So Schroeder's gonna start at point guard. I don't know what you're gonna do about Korver.
Right. It's like, what are we talking about?
Millsap and they re-signed Bazemore, I think.
Right. Okay. Kim Bazemore is good. I mean, this team still at like with everything that's happened, some moves has happened.
Losing Horford and trading
everything still screams mediocrity. Nothing about this team. I mean,
which is sad that they've made the playoffs 9 years in a row,
and it's cool, and that's cool. Like, but they still haven't made a move that's going to take them over the top. Dwight Howard's not going to take them over the top.
Nah.
Schumer is a younger Jeff T.
Yep. Yeah, Millsap's still there.
Millsap is cool, is good. So so that front court will be good, and they've been good in prior years.
Yep.
They'll continue to be good, but it's like, okay, you got Kyle Korver at your shooting guard?
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
Hello?
Crazy.
Kyle Korver is your shooting guard.
Crazy. That dude, if somebody's aging, that dude is aging.
Let's be very clear. If Leandro Barbosa should be starting over Kyle Korver.
I can see that.
That's another,
Well, I can see that because Barbosa can give you more than just shooting. He can play defense better than Kyle Korver. He could shoot off the dribble.
I'm not saying that. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying Leandro Barbosa would be the impact player that
Well, no.
I'm just more so saying
he just gives you more.
I'm just more so saying that if the Hawks are a mediocre team, they're a mediocre team.
Right.
Their shooting guard is Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver been in the league for what? 13, somewhere between 13 to 15 years.
13, 14 years, something like that. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, having Barbosa start for them, I think would give.
Barbosa's probably just as old, but my point is,
but Barbosa can give you a lot more.
He gives you more.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, like I said, the team just screams mediocrity. So I don't think nobody jumped for joy when Dwight Howard came. Like, oh, that's it, we going.
Right.
No,
he came home.
Yeah,
he's home, baby.
Nobody cared about that. I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. I didn't even realize he was from Atlanta. Like, I had to think about it. I remember seeing videos of him playing ball in high school. Like, the niggas.
Yeah, him and Cam Newton, I think, went to the same high school.
Yeah, like, what was it like? Nah, they're just there.
Right.
But allow me for a second to go ahead and get on to my Washington Wizards, because while we're talking about a team that screams mediocrity, the Wizards, their biggest acquisition, screamed mediocrity.
Ian Mahinmi.
Obviously, they gave Bradley Beal the big contract.
Right.
Saw it coming, especially since as the marquee players started getting signed.
Yep.
It was like, okay, yeah, they got.
Did anybody reach out to Beal?
No, because as far as I know, he was never a free agent. I thought he was restricted or something of that. He wasn't a free agent.
Oh, okay. He was like unrestricted or something like that. Maybe.
Something where it wasn't
but
a situation.
But his contract was up, I thought.
It might have been, but there was something there was something in the situation where it wasn't like, oh, I'm out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they signed him, and then they get Ian Mahinmi. They lose out on Al Horford, and not that I was super excited about Al Horford coming to Washington, but
right.
I would have been very pleased.
I would have loved Dwight to go to the Wizards.
Exactly.
I would have loved that.
That would have been a statement move, because you're not asking him. You're really not about to ask him to do nothing.
That's
outside of being,
contend for the conference final.
Exactly.
With Howard and John Wall.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
So Ian Mahinmi, then they get this guy from Orlando. I forget his name. Nicholson. They get Nicholson from Orlando. It's like, what? Like,
right.
Who is this guy? What are we doing right now?
Yeah.
They did land Trey Burke. I did like the Trey Burke coming off the bench situation.
He was in Utah, right?
He was in Utah, right. I did like that.
They lost Nene.
Nene went to Houston.
Yep.
Man, like, peace.
Peace out, yeah.
But it does raise the question now of who's going to play power forward.
They still got Markieff, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, right.
They still got Markieff.
Okay. Yeah, right. So Markieff will be there. So as constructed, it looks like it's going to be Gortat, Markieff, Otto Porter, Beal, and John Wall. And it's not that I don't like that roster, because I do like that roster.
That's a pretty good roster.
I do like that roster.
But they got to get better, man.
But Dwight Howard, Markieff Morris.
That would have put them in a conference final.
Right. It had pending injury and bullshit.
Yeah.
With Scotty Brooks, like we and I think we did get Ramon Sessions back. I think.
Oh,
like what? I don't. What?
Well, he's a backup, so I mean.
Well, really, he's a backup because you're not telling me he about to beat out Trey Burke.
Well, nah.
Yeah,
Trey Burke's a little bit better.
He's not about to beat out Trey Burke. So
this is a team that I think is going to contend for the Eastern Conference Finals here. I love what the Indiana Pacers did. And they really didn't partake in much of the free agency stuff, like in terms of signing players off of contracts. So this is what they did. They trade for Thaddeus Young. They get him from the Brooklyn Nets. And then they get Jeff Teague, and they trade. It was a three-way trade. They sent George Hill, which I know you love. They sent George Hill to Utah.
Right.
And Atlanta got a draft pick out of it. I think the draft pick came from Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. No, it came from Utah. Draft pick came from Utah. George Hill went from Indiana to Utah, and the Hawks sent Teague to the Pacers. I love this starting five. So you got Teague at the 1, Monte Ellis at the 2, Paul George at the 3. You're going to start Thaddeus Young at the 4, and then the rookie Miles Turner, you're going to start him at the 5, and then you got a couple players off the bench there that can help out. I love this for many reasons. Number one, I don't have to get on Jeff Teague about taking the last shot. Because all he got to do is just give it to Paul George and just let him do his thing. Number two, this was the type of run and gun offense that Larry Bird was talking about when he didn't re-sign Vogel to a new contract. He wanted to go more up-tempo. I think Jeff Teague will
run that. Yeah,
he going to run that, and when Monte Ellis gets to rock, he going to...
And you know Monte Ellis, like, he plays his best ball on the run.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the roster, particularly the starting five, these guys are under 30 years old.
Yeah.
When you really look at it.
Yeah.
This is a young group, man. I can't wait to watch them, do what they do and see how this thing turns out. They got better. I mean, if there's anybody in the East that's going to jump maybe 4 or 5 spots from where they were, it's Indiana.
Indiana did make the playoffs last year.
Yeah. They played the Raptors in the first round. Right. I think it was a 1-8 matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, that's easily a top 4 seed right there.
I don't know if it's top 4. I mean, I had to think about it, but because one thing. So it's Cleveland. One thing Toronto and Atlanta got over the Pacers is continuity. They got a system. They know exactly what they're doing, how they're going to do it. They could maybe sneak in at 4, but
no worse than 5. No worse than 5. I mean, with this roster,
no, I'm definitely a good roster.
Yeah,
that's not to be argued. That starting 5 is good. They're Gucci, but I'm sitting here thinking
because we don't know what the Heat's going to be because we don't know if Bosh is going to come back 100%.
Right.
We don't even know about the Wade situation.
Yeah.
We know they got Whiteside. They lost Joe Johnson to whoever.
Joe Johnson was not in my equation when I talked about the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to kind of turn up in that series against Toronto, and it never happened.
I wasn't expecting him to do nothing.
Luol Deng is gone.
Yeah,
he went to the Lakers, and they made some dumb signings. Signing Mozgov to that humongous contract.
That's ridiculous.
Crazy. Oh, yeah, we talked about Boston. They're probably going to stay where they're at.
Yeah, so Boston might could get that number 4 spot.
The Hornets re-signed Batum.
Yeah, and that's another drop the ball on the Wizards because we had an opportunity to get Batum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just give me somebody. Like, I mean, truth be told, if I had to really think about it, Batum is a better player than Otto Porter, but I would like Otto Porter to get more opportunities to, develop.
Mm-hmm.
But if we got a Batum right now at the 3, I'm all right with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna keep dwelling on the Wizards. But I'm confused.
Crazy.
I'm feeling like I'm not really feeling fan friendly right now. Like
it's like you don't know what direction they're gonna go.
And I don't know who's like, is this Scotty Brooks' direction? Is this Grunfeld?
Ernie Grunfeld.
What is this?
That's a Grunfeld move,
like,
right
yeah,
there.
like what is it?
It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's
so
crazy.
so getting back to the Pacers. The Pacers, I mean, yeah, I could see them at 5 or 6. You know, just
no worse than 5.
I mean, I could see them being. I could see somebody. I really hope the Wizards are going to be better.
Yeah.
So
yeah.